I'm Jonasz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Today is the 21st of January and overnight Ukraine once again came under Russian attack. According to the Ukrainian Air Force, Russian forces launched a single ballistic missile and nearly 100 strike drones. The strongest impacts were recorded across frontline regions. In the Kherson region, authorities report that 10 people were wounded, including one child. In neighboring Zaporizhia, 4 people were killed and 6 others wounded. The Odessa region was attacked for a second night in a row. As a result, 1 person was wounded, and residential as well as industrial infrastructure was damaged. Now, the overnight attack also affected Ukraine's near-safety infrastructure. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant temporarily lost its external power supply following a combined missile and drone strike late on the 20th of January. The incident was confirmed by the International Atomic Energy Agency. IAEA Director General Rafael Grossi added that power lines supplying other nuclear plants in Ukraine were also damaged. Later, Ukrainian authorities clarified that power to the Chernobyl site has been restored, and the facility is operating at normal capacity since it is again connected to Ukraine's unified energy system. Meanwhile, on the other side of the border, explosions were reported inside Russia. In the Republic of Adygea, a multi-story residential building was damaged and 13 people were wounded. Local media reports that the building was hit by a Russian air defense missile. According to the independent outlet Astra, an electrical substation is located less than a kilometer from the site of the impact. Russian authorities also confirmed damage to energy infrastructure in Belgorod and Oryol. In Krasnodar Krai, drone debris fell onto the Avipsky territory as well as its oil refinery, though officials say no injuries or infrastructure damage were recorded. Turning now to the front line. The Ukrainian underground resistance group Atish reported a successful sabotage operation on a railway line in Russia's Belgorod region. The action reportedly halted the transport of ammunition, fuel and logistical supplies destined for Russian forces. The operation took place near the settlement of Razumnoye, where a stretch of railway described as critical for supplying Russian motorized rifle units operating in the Kharkiv sector was disrupted. Now, further south on the Pokrovsk axis, Russian forces reduced the intensity of their assault on Dobropilia. However, according to the Ukrainian analytical project Deep State, Russian units have made advances near Pokrovsk and Rodinske. Analysts also note that Russian forces continue to infiltrate Pokrovsk and Mirnograd in large numbers, using small group tactics to pressure Ukrainian defenses inside the urban areas. A North Korean soldier in the Russian army decided to go sledding down a snowy hill, totally forgetting where he actually is. So, a kind reminder, you're on the front line, where every step you take could be your last. Let's see how that sled ride actually ended for the soldier in question.
Корейцы джазу дают. Охуеть.
Now, this situation highlights a very important issue. Ukraine remains one of the most landmine-contaminated nations on Earth, if not the most landmine-contaminated. Unexploded munitions, landmines of various kinds. These are pretty much everywhere where the Russian forces were actually attacking. And they were firing these indiscriminately towards areas populated by civilians as well. The mining effort is going to take years and is likely to be very costly indeed. And what we've just seen is only a side effect of this, because explosives can be found around pretty much every corner, in every forest, in every settlement. And it's something that not only civilians, but also active soldiers have to remember when they are on the front line. Speaking of the front line, now, this is a place where response time occasionally matters more than the amount of equipment that you actually have. Ukrainian operators of kamikaze strike drones from the UAV battalion Shershny-Dovbush of the 68th Jaeger Brigade demonstrated what modern warfare looks like on the front line. The following video captures the moment when a drone locks onto enemy infantry and then hits them. In the Zaporizhia region, on the front line, Ukraine's 210th Separate Regiment continues to systematically increase pressure on the enemy. In one day, the soldiers destroyed 3 pieces of enemy equipment: a tank, a self-propelled artillery unit, and a buggy. This is no coincidence. It is an indicator of high-quality reconnaissance, coordination, and rapid response by a unit that maintains a steady pace, never allowing the enemy any time to regroup. Russian troops on the front lines continue to search for new solutions to their camouflage, and this time they have reached an absurd point of no return. A video from the front lines shows the occupiers trying to hide under piles of trash, actually. Such camouflage looks more like a panicked improvisation than a serious tactical measure. Imagine a few piles of rubbish in the middle of a snow-covered field. Any scout or drone will spot them from miles away. This isn't just strange, it is an indication that Russian units lack basic camouflage standards, appropriate materials, and technical base. Instead of normal camouflage nets and covers, soldiers cover themselves in junk. Instead of professional training, chaos and improvisation reign supreme.
Так, тестируем в условиях полигона. Все, закрылся, зарылся, и тебя не видно.
Будет уже вот так вот. Оп.
Шикарный план, слушай, действительно, как будто куча мусора и все. Ребят, смотрите, какая штука. Ребят, Дань. Не видит пока.
Занят своей съемкой.
Пойду, а меня
Сейчас
не
минут.
видно.
Ты как сиди, они сейчас подойдут.
Присядут. Сейчас, погоди, проверим, они вообще запали.
The only thing we can say is that, well, it's probably an improvement compared to the bizarre walking tents that we've seen a few episodes back, but not by much. And with this, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. Please stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.